Welcome to the WBC Arena, and here we go, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Todd Grisham. Alongside me, Johnny Nelson.
Hi, Todd. Hi to everybody back home.
Time for our tale of the tape. It's Shawn Showtime Porter. He weighed in at 66.7 kilos, 170 centimeters tall, with a reach of 177. And standing across the ring from him in the flesh, Terrance "Bud" Crawford. 173 centimeters tall, weight 63.5 kilos with a reach of 188 centimeters.
An amazing reach advantage that fighters do not expect to see in this kind of fighter. The jab is unassumingly long and sharp and fast, and that will really put you off your stride.
And it's showtime. Shawn Porter fighting out of the fight capital of the world, Las Vegas, USA. This welterweight world champion looks to get back on top. Terrance "Bud" Crawford, the undisputed lightweight champion of the world. He also can crack at welterweight, one of the best to ever do it.
Just take note, look at the reach. Look how much they're giving away in this fight.
This bout is scheduled for 12 rounds of boxing. In the red corner, from Las Vegas, Nevada.
And this one has all of those big fight feels you want from a prize fight. Here we go. We're expecting an all-out offensive display. He gets out of the way of that left hand. He just misses with that jab. Crawford's already beaten Porter once as the WBO welterweight title was on the line in 2021. Can he do it again, or will Porter make the proper adjustments?
So now when you take your mind out of the game and then obviously step back into it again, you do it with fresh legs, fresh eyes, fresh mindset. Now he knows I've got nothing to lose. I've stepped out of this game before, I'm going to step out again. Terrance Crawford's not. So he comes now in with a rookie mentality. I am going to beat you. I've got your number. I know what I've got to do for you. Which has probably been the best thing for him.
Nice exchanges from both men in this round. He just misses with that big right hand.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
Got him with a left jab. Just gets out of the way of that left hand. That one will count. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. Talk about Shawn Porter. Pretty dominant round there. Let's see how they respond here in the next round. What do we expect to see here in round two? Coming off that fantastic last round, let's see if he can keep his momentum going. One of the hottest tickets around. It's standing room only for this, our main event.
This is not just hype. We are in for something special tonight. What an arena, what an atmosphere, what a build-up.
Hey, those punches add up. Missed him with that uppercut. No stamina, no injury, but still throwing punches. Some nice exchanges from both men in this round. This counter-puncher is going to wait for you to move first, and then will strike like a snake. Keep an eye on this guy.
Porter, I understand what you're saying, but you've got to be on this. You've got to be on it. You've got to be a pro. You've got to think right, concentrate. They have got great ring IQ. Counter punches are the best.
When you're fighting a counter-puncher, the feint can be such a good weapon. Pretend you're going to punch, make the counter-puncher throw a punch, and then you counter them. This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Shawn Porter. The game. Here we go in round 3. Who's going to land the first big shot? Safe to say that last round was a nightmare. Let's see if we can turn it around here.
That was a tough last round. Now you've got to make sure he doesn't put it on you, and that's what he's going to try and do. So tie him up, hold him, lean on him. Don't get drawn into a fight. Not yet. Not until your senses have come back.
Got out of the way of that right hook. Perfect counter. Shawn Porter just got rocked. Oh, and that changes everything. And down they go.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Nice veteran move here to hold on to his opponent to slow down the momentum. Let's talk about Shawn Porter. So it's plan B time after being knocked down in that round.
You've been put down, you've got to think right, survive, and then give it back the next round.
Good round. I like that. Good man. See it and ride it out. Go out there and finish it.
Back at it in round 4. Let's see how he bounces back here after getting dropped in the last round.
What a knockdown. You know in the corner now, they're saying, when you get out there, jump on him. Do not give him chance to breathe. Bully him, throw him, push him down, punch him in the back. Keep letting the shots go, because you know they're on shaky leg. They're a gnat's here away from getting stopped.
Counter fighter relies a lot on their instincts and reaction time. You've got to get in there quick to punch your opponent before he gets his fist back to block.
Counter punch is my favorite kind of fighter. A good counter puncher, they're the people that make the history of our sport.
Nice counter shot. Big right hand just misses. Back and forth they go, neither fighter willing to back down. He threw the hook, didn't land. This fight is all about distance for this man, and you can see he's using that length advantage.
Very smart, very sharp. This is the fit young man style that he's got to get inside that long reach. Not many fights.
Looks like the courage on display here is incredible.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
So final 10 seconds of the round, and he is looking really sharp. Let's talk about Shawn Porter. That'll be a 10-8 round for sure with the knockdown.
Love the response, though. Got back up, took a deep breath and thought, right, brush it off, get on with the job.
The referee calling for seconds out, right back into the action. Here we go in round 5. Who's going to land the first big shot? He got knocked down in the last round. Let's see what he can do here.
That knockdown we just saw was a heavy knockdown. I'd be very, very surprised if he'll come out fresh as a daisy. That's not going to happen. He's got to hustle now. He's got to bluff him.
He got knocked down in the last round. Let's see what he can do here. It's like a game of joust. They both got their swords. They're slinging it. Lucky that hook didn't score. Big shots from both of these fighters. Got to be careful, though. Nice exchanges from both men in this round. And he misses with that jab.
Very close match. It shows the skill, the discipline, the respect both fighters have for each other, because no one dare do anything out of turn.
This has been a very competitive round between these two. They're both going for the KO. It's so obvious. You don't want to go tit for tat in there in this fight. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. Let's talk about Shawn Porter. Well, there was no doubt about who won that round.
You can't leave it up to the judges. It's up to you as the fighter, and the cornerman's got to put a firecracker on that fight to get out there and get the job done.
Don't let him get back into this fight.
Here we go in the 6th round. Coming off that fantastic last round, let's see if he can keep his momentum going. both know who the bigger power puncher is. There's a significant power difference. How would you handle that?
It's the one who draws first blood, Todd. That's what you've got to look at. If you're there and you know you're in there with a banger, you've got to be on it, but you've got to be confident.
When you're a power puncher, you're not as concerned with how many punches you throw. It's about how many you land and how hard they are. One moment changes everything, especially in this division. Nice job landing that left counter punch. Nice exchanges from both men in this round.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. Just like a match made in heaven.
Back and forth they go in this round. The momentum continues to shift. They call it the chin. How strong is your chin? Do you have a glass chin? These are things that can affect the fight.
Because you've got a good chin doesn't mean you've got leather skin. It means you can still get caught. So you've got to go for those pointed areas over the eyebrow, the cheekbone. You've just got to try and cut them, skim and go for speed.
How much confidence do you build when your opponents hit you with their best shot and you walked right through it? A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. Nice bet. Let's talk about Shawn Porter. They've got the momentum, they've got the advantage. How do they carry that into the next round?
Dominance, without a doubt, made it look so easy.
Here comes round 7. Coming off that fantastic last round, let's see if he can keep his momentum going. This is not good strategy. Those punches are doing nothing. You've seen all the famous boxing movies, the training scenes, the gym work. That's what it all boils down to. Who's going to have more endurance?
Now this is about desire. This is about character. This is about want.
He misses with that jab. Good punch. Some nice exchanges from both men in this round. Energy and endurance are not an issue for this fighter who continues to be aggressive as the rounds wear on.
How do you deal with an aggressive fighter? What you do is you fight fire with fire. You either give it them back because that's where they're comfortable, or you play calm, play cool. Sometimes when you have a fight, the best way to beat a fight is not give them what they want, because they want to get you there. They want you to stand there toe-to-toe with them and have a terror. That's what they do in the gym every single day of the week. What you've got to do is you've got to frustrate them as they set their shots. Get out of the way, and they'll get so angry, so frustrated because they can't work.
Solid punch. Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. Let's talk about Shawn Porter. After what we saw in that last round, it's pretty obvious who has the advantage here.
As long as they don't get complacent, you think this is too easy. If they keep this same kind of pace up, they've got this fight.
There's the bell for round 8. Well, there's no doubt about who won that last round. Let's see what he has for us here in the next one. Just when you thought we'd see a lull in the action, here we go again. Back and forth they go. Endurance is becoming a factor. You can see this fighter having a hard time getting out of the way of the punches, and they're not throwing as many on their own.
Now you've got two fighters that are absolutely shattered. What gets you through? Willpower. Calm, because if you panic, you get desperate. If you get desperate, you make mistakes. If you make mistakes, you get knocked out.
There's a counter shot. Nice exchanges from both men in this round. It's obvious this fighter is gassed out. Why sit in there and throw punches?
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I got to respect both of them. More than happy.
Halfway through the round, and there's not a lot separating these two. Uh-oh, Porter is on wobbly legs. How did they not go down? Do you believe this? Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. Talk about Shawn Porter. Well, it's no secret who has the advantage after that last round. Let's see what they have in store for us in the next one.
Dominance, without a doubt, made it look so easy.
He's absolutely knackered, man. He's knackered. He's fine. Don't let him get comfort. He's been stressing about his death tank now. What?
And we enter the ninth. Coming off that fantastic last round, let's see if he can keep his momentum going. Correct me if I'm wrong, but when you're dealing with someone with so much speed, you've got to get your timing right.
This can be so frustrating when you're in with such a fast fighter that can throw 3-4 shot combinations before you've even let one off. That creates frustration, and that's when it gets hard.
Left counter scores. Nice counter shot. Good right hand. These two were made for each other. There's no doubt that this fighter's power can change the fight around in an instant. You can't afford to make one single minor mistake.
Todd, we know one of these fighters can knock you out with a simple jab. They're that powerful.
Nice exchanges from both men in this round. Nice job by him to block that jab. This is some of the best action I've seen in any round anywhere this year. This fighter realizes that defense is one of the scoring criteria in boxing. This round could go either way. 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Shawn Porter. Well, we know they've got the advantage so far, but how does this match get turned around?
I seriously hope the judges kept their eye on this fight, because if they haven't, there's going to be absolute uproar.
And there's the bell to start round 10. Coming off that fantastic last round, let's see if he can keep his momentum going. This is certainly an aggressive fighter, but that doesn't always mean success. How many times have you seen a fighter chase a superior athlete around the ring and just get picked apart, even though they were the one pushing the tempo?
I've seen some aggressive fighters like this, and they are a nightmare. If you are not fit, that is the worst place to be, having second thoughts in the ring.
Punching. Off the charts action from both of these fighters. Trying to answer back. Some nice exchanges from both men in this round. Which one of these athletes is going to be the first to get rocked? How nervous would you get when you know you're facing a big puncher like this that can seriously hurt you?
Todd, we know one of these fighters can knock you out.
And he's being smothered here in the clinch and can't get his shots off. They score with that left hand. Tell these two that they can be defensive. A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. And he's being smothered here in the clinch and can't get his shots off.
You can't do that too often, because the referee is eventually going to start taking points off you.
Let's talk about Shawn Porter. I promise you, all three judges here are going to give that round to you-know-who.
You can't leave it up to the judges. It's up to you as a fighter, and the cornerman's got to put a firecracker on that fight to get out there and get the job done.
Don't get the jab and don't get carried away. Don't fight the chance no matter what you do.
And that'll do it for the minute break as we get set to get back in the action. Here we go in the championship rounds, round 11. Well, there's no doubt about who won that last round. Let's see what he has for us here in the next one. In the early rounds of a fight, you'll see two boxers feel each other out, test each other's power, and I think this boxer has decided I can walk through anything that lands.
Because you've got a good chin doesn't mean you've got leather skin. It means you can still get caught. So you've got to go for those pointed areas, over the eyebrow, the cheekbone. You've just got to try and cut them, skim and go for speed.
And this with that jab. A scoring left hand. Nice counter. And they're down just when you thought it couldn't get any worse.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We're out.
So it's onward and upward after another knockout win here.
Oh, what a shot. What a shot. You see shots like that in the gym. At least for once, this is on TV. Thousands around the world saw that shot. They probably even heard it.